Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside?
That is a fair
2
point.
hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking
No,
it easy,
do not
drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here.
She has a kinky sex dungeon? Of course she does.
I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window.
Wait, Willie was here with... I don't want to know. No, not even going there.
You showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick.
Nothing at all?
He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder.
Well, he
They
says
were
that.
about to head out to the bar again together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots.
It looks bad for Nick, I
Now
gotta
that
be honest.
Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left.
Becky?
Well, of course, he'd still have
Yeah.
muscle.
Becky was probably his fault. I mean, in a sort of, you know, he didn't sort of cut a tongue out or whatever, but, you know, he cut that thing when we told him not to. This one was just a bit unlucky, and he did a really good job of rescuing us too. And he got the statue out of the way. Like, George was kind of a hero here. I feel he needs a bit of a pat. I think we need to give George a bit of a pep job when we're done with this. Well, we got some money for it, and yes, I would love to save, thank you. Well, another lady bites the dust. That makes 3.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
No kidding.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
Yes, George, I
What
do.
is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
I think we should go drinking with George. Let's go for a drink. I think he needs it. I think he deserves it as well. Like, George did a good job.
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Your sick
Don't
mother?
worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims.
Damn.
have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it.
Jesus.
That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
God, I'm George. I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back.
Okay, that's fair.
Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work.
Wow, George, a lot more depth than I was expecting.
York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? If
Well,
it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive.
Becky, sure.
I could've
Diane,
saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
the amount of depth to these characters, I swear. Honestly, like... Go on, George, you're right, man. I told you, George.
Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people? I'll just finish off my drink. Let me know before you leave, okay?
Sure thing. Is Thomas here? No. Carol's here, though. Hey, Carol. That sounded creepy. Hey, Carol. That's better.
Hey, Carol.
Exactly.
Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
No?
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
You might want to turn that round, by the way, so she can see it. York? No?
I'm busy, gotta go.
Thank you for being so helpful, Carol. Much appreciated. She's a tough one, huh? Chocolate chip cookies? Mmm. Why does everyone have massive bags under their eyes? Like they need like a year's worth of sleep. Fucking crackheads, get off the drugs. God damn. Seriously, look at that guy. Somebody kill me, I've been playing this piano for 18 years straight. We really need to get to Carol when she's by herself, probably, so we can get that locket. What if we can get around the... Oh, she's... We talked to you again? My brother is at the sheriff's department, isn't he? Poor guy. Having to watch over Nick, who didn't even do anything. Okay. Is there anyone else we can talk to since they're here? No. What about you, Mr. Needs Sleep? Seriously, look at this lady! Look at this lady. Lady, you need to get some rest. That is not healthy. Not healthy at all. What about you, sir? Oh, God! Everyone needs sleep! Alright, George, I'm probably going to head out.
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Oh, hello.
Sack. Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Hey, Emily.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Wow, nice dress, Emily.
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
That'd be nice. Come on, George. Stay around.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
Alright, well, it was quite heavy. Take it easy, George, alright? Don't blame yourself too much. Well. On the plus side, Emily's here. We can have a nice chat with her.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school.
And how old was George?
I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too.
Right.
I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him.
Oh, no one got any nice
My
parents
mother?
around here?
Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect.
Oh, well, that's nice.
She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school.
Eesh.
She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Oh, York, you can say the right thing sometimes. That was nice. It's nice to be able to find out more about our co-workers here. They gotta fix
I
that
had a
arm.
good time tonight. Good night,
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes?
These pauses, though, come on, guys.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Ooh. Oh, we gotta go back to the hotel, haven't we? Right, well, in fact, I'm gonna go back. Actually, I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna stop here for the set. Wow, there's a lot to go over, really, isn't there? Let's have a quick summary before we stop, actually. Let me hit the pause button. Do not crash. I swear to God. So far, today, we went on a stakeout and followed Nick up to the gallery where we ran into the horrible ghosts and lost track of Nick. And almost had a car crash. Bad times. Inside, we fought a new spooky creature and a load of ghosts, but more importantly, we ended up finding Diane, who was tied to the ceiling. Awkward, okay. Nick on the floor unconscious. Probably didn't do it, York seems to agree, though he's the only person there, so that looks bad for Nick. Kaysen was locked inside Diane's sex dungeon. After he came here to bang Diane. Okay. Now, he probably couldn't do it either, because, you know, locked inside from the outside by Diane, so that probably rules him out. Or at least that's what he says. But I don't see, unless someone else locked him in. And of course, then Diane died after getting saved by George and York. But now she's passed, and her tongue was cut out. Still no locket, that we found the stiletto heels. Carol's holding out on us, so we probably need to pursue the new lead from Carol, I'm guessing. Damn, a lot happened. And we found out more about George and Emily. So we got in closer to our co-workers as well. Right. A lot happened. What a great game. Like, it's so well paced like a TV show, and it really is good. Like, behind the fact the game is very, very janky, but it is so exciting to see what happened. I was like sort of enthralled like at what was going on with the stuff with Diane. I was like, oh god, what's happening? What's happening? Really exciting stuff. And I really care for these characters. Like, hearing George, like, bare his soul like that and suddenly open up to us was really interesting, and I felt really sad for him. Ah, well. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And next time, what are we going to do next time? I don't know, really, do I? Well, I'm not sure if this day is a day or we have to go back to rest. I'm not entirely sure. If this is a free day, I might spend the next morning just, you know, wandering around doing some bits and bobs. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. I will catch you all next time, okay? Bye-bye.